Bobby Chris ngobrol segera dimulai. Siapkan diri kamu untuk menerima informasi edukatif yang asik dari Bobby dan Chris. Cari posisi dan kondisi yang senyaman mungkin untuk mendengarkan episode kali ini. Selamat mendengarkan. Dung 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 dung.
Selamat datang di Bobbypedia Bedtime Story. Segmen khusus, Bobby akan ngobrol lebih banyak sama Sobat Boci sambil belajar bahasa Inggris bareng-bareng. Segmen ini biasanya muncul di setiap minggu pertama, jadi jangan sampai kelewatan ya. Share juga ke teman-teman Sobat Boci yang ingin belajar bahasa Inggris juga, atau mungkin mengenang cerita masa lalu gitu ya. Boleh banget, bisa disampaikan, bisa di-share, supaya lebih banyak yang dengerin Bocin.
Akhirnya setelah libur sebulan ya, Bedtime Story balik lagi buat nemenin Sobat Boci ya. Kayak tadi Chris tadi, mengenang cerita-cerita masa kecil gitu ya. Kayak dongeng, fairy tale, legenda, atau cerita rakyat gitu.
Betul. By the way, Bobby belum pernah bacakan yang cerita legenda itu ya.
Legenda itu yang di peta itu enggak sih?
Ya, ketahuan dong umurnya kalau mau bahas peta atau atlas begitu.
Biar lucu. Nggak tahu Sobat Boci terakhir kali pegang peta yang fisik itu, yang peta yang kertas itu sama atlas kapan ya?
Kayaknya sih udah gak nyaman ya. Pakai yang begituan. Sekarang ada Google Maps, Waze, yang lain-lain juga gitu.
Ya. Zaman sudah berubah semenjak ada itu teman yang berwajah kotak.
Smartphone maksudnya, Bobby.
Ya itu kan rata-rata bentuknya kotak. Oh ya, soal cerita legenda itu bukan yang tadi ya, legenda peta itu ya.
Iya, ya tahu.
Ya coba Chris bantu carikan deh ceritanya, yang cerita Indonesia itu. Biar Sobat Boci tahu gitu loh, asal-usul suatu tempat atau daerah di Indonesia kan ada banyak.
Nah, bisa. Oke, nanti aku carikan deh. Semoga di Bedtime Story selanjutnya bisa muncul ya cerita legenda ini. Oh iya, kali ini Bobby mau bawakan cerita apa?
Ini Putri Salju.
Waduh, kok malah bahas makanan sih, jadi lapar kan?
Bukan Putri Salju itu yang jajan itu, bukan. Putri Salju yang itu loh, Snow White, ceritanya Disney itu loh, Chris.
Ya gantian lah, sekali-sekali aku juga tahu Snow White yang itu. Coba ngelucu dikit, masa Bobby doang yang jokes.
Ya udah, Bobby kasih deh kesempatan, jangan sering-sering lah.
Iya. Tapi cerita Snow White kan sudah cukup terkenal, yang makan apel terus tidur itu kan.
Oh, ini cerita lain lagi, Chris. Snow White kan versinya beda, ini yang ada mawar merah.
Oh, belum pernah dengar aku yang ini ya. Ya udah langsung aja deh, Bobby bacain deh, biar Sobat Boci ndak penasaran. Ini Snow White yang apa sih?
Bobby mau bacakan satu cerita yang berjudul Snow White and Red Rose. Teks ceritanya dalam versi bahasa Inggris dan Indonesia. Sobat Boci bisa cek di deskripsi ya. Selamat mendengarkan. Snow White and Red Rose. Once upon a time, a mother and her two girls lived in a pretty cottage near the forest. In the garden was a red rose bush and a white rose bush. That was funny because one girl had red hair and the other was fair. And guess what? The girls were called Snow White and Red Rose. Snow White was gentle and quiet. Red Rose loved to run outside chasing butterflies. They often went into the forest to play with all the little animals that trusted them and knew they were kind. One cold winter evening, the family were sitting around a lovely warm fire. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. The mother said, "Quick, someone must need shelter from the cold. Let them in." Red Rose opened the door, but she got a big surprise. It wasn't a person standing there, but a great big bear. Red Rose screamed, but the bear smiled and said, "I mean no harm. I'm very cold. Please can I have a rest? Please can I have a place to rest my head? Their mother made him some herbal tea to warm him up. Snow White and Red Rose wiped the snow off his fur. The bear laughed. That tickles. Soon they were all laughing. They wrapped the bear up in a blanket, and they all sat in front of the fire and were cozy and warm. The bear stayed for the rest of the winter. He helped with housework and gave the sisters piggyback rides around the snow-filled woods. When springtime came, the bear said, "Now I must say goodbye and thank you for being so kind." "Oh, where are you going, dear bear?" asked Snow White. "I must go into the forest and guard my treasure from the weak woodland elves. In the winter they stay underground, but now the weather is warmer out, they will come to steal it away from me." They were all sorry to see him go and wave goodbye. A few days later, the girls were walking by the river. They heard some yelps, so they hurried over to see what it was. An elf was on the river bank with his beard deep in the water. Then they looked and they could see that a crab was clinging onto the end of it. Red Rose and Snow White couldn't stop laughing. "Don't just stand there, help me," said the elf. Both girls pulled on his beard, but they couldn't put it free. Red Rose got a pair of scissors and stripped the end of the elf's beard. The crab scuttled off with a piece of the elf's beard clutched in his claw. "You got my precious beard!" the elf shouted. "I'll get you for this." He picked up his sack and hurried off into the forest. "Such a rude and angry little man," Snow White laughed. "We should have just let him there," Red Rose grinned. On their way home, they found a handsome young man who seemed to be asleep. He had a great big bruise on his forehead. The girls tried to gently wake him up. He opened his eyes and looked at Red Rose. "I must be dreaming. You look like an angel," he cried. Red Rose blushed. "How did you get that nasty bruise on your head?" "That rude old elf put a spell on me and stole my gems." Just then, their old friend the bear appeared. The girls ran up and gave him a great big hug. "Hello there," he smiled at them and said, "Andrew, these are the kind sisters I told you about. They helped me and saved me from freezing last winter." "Thank you for helping my brother," Andrew smiled at them. "Brother?" asked Red Rose. Suddenly, the elf appeared with his sack over his shoulder. "Hand me back my gems at once! Hand me back my gems at once!" Andrew jumped to his feet and pulled out a sword. "Think you can beat me?" The elf laughed. "And you?" He pointed to the bear. "You like being a bear?" "What's going on?" Red Rose asked. She was very confused. "He stole our gems and turned my brother into a bear," Andrew said. "Right, give back their gems at once," Red Rose said sternly to the elf. "Never!" the elf shouted. "Beard power!" He started growing higher and higher until he was 8 feet tall and towered over them. "No one can beat me," the elf laughed. "I'm the tallest and the strongest." Red Rose grabbed Andrew's sword, ran towards the elf, jumped up and sliced off most of his beard. the elf suddenly started to shrink smaller and smaller and smaller until he was tiny. "How dare you?" he squeaked out. "I'll get you for this. Just you wait." And he ran off into the woods. The bear suddenly turned into a young man with a big smile on his face. "I'm Garrett, a king's son," he said. "The elf put a spell on me to steal my treasures. I had to live as a bear until you broke the spell by cutting off his beard. Thank you." Well, they all became the very best of friends and lived happily ever after. Wah, ternyata ceritanya bukan yang itu ya, yang makan apel ya. Ini cerita beda lagi, mirip-mirip tapi. Bobby bacakan beberapa kosakata sulit di cerita tadi beserta dengan artinya. Didengarkan baik-baik ya. Pertama ada cottage, yaitu kata benda. Artinya itu pondok, rumah kecil atau gubuk gitu ya. Lalu tickle adalah kata kerja, artinya menggelitik atau terasa geli. Atau kalau di sini ngomongnya dikit-dikit gitu ya. Elf adalah kata benda, artinya peri. Ya kayak model Bobby gini lah pokoknya. Kemudian snip adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau, artinya menggunting sedikit. Lalu brush adalah kata benda, artinya luka memar atau lebam. Jam juga sama, kata benda, artinya permata atau batuan mahal. Treasure adalah kata benda, berarti harta atau kekayaan. Dan yang terakhir adalah spell, yang juga kata benda, artinya di konteks cerita ini ya, itu sihir, mantra, atau kutukan. Nah, gimana menurut Sobat Poci soal cerita tadi? Tulis pendapat Sobat Poci di kolom komentar ya, biar bisa jadi lebih baik lagi. Pesan dari cerita tadi adalah penting untuk Sobat Poci memiliki hati yang baik, keberanian dan kepedulian terhadap orang lain, tanpa memandang penampilan atau status. Kebaikan keluarga terhadap sang beruang menunjukkan bahwa membantu sesama, bahkan dalam situasi yang tidak biasa, dapat membawa kebahagiaan dan persahabatan. Selain itu, keberanian mawar merah untuk menghadapi peri jahat mengajarkan bahwa keteguhan hati dan keberanian dapat mengatasi kejahatan untuk membantu Garrett mendapatkan kembali kebebasannya.
Nah, sebelum closing, aku lupa bilang kalau Bocin baru saja ganti tagline ini. Ada di Instagram dan di beberapa platform. Mulai episode ini kita akan pakai, dan seterusnya. Seperti biasa, Bobby yang baca deh.
Pastikan kamu bertumbuh bareng versi kecil dan dewasamu. Bye-bye!